Well, afternoon, everybody. I did think we'd be going live a little bit. Well, I have no idea what we're going live for today, really. Are we going to sign an attacker? Well, I'm not really sure. United don't want any, and I understand the idea that we don't want any short-term solutions, but this Mathys Tel situation just got a bit weird. I'll be totally honest. Fabrizio Romano's just given it the here we go for Mathys Tel to join Spurs. And the thing that's making me raise my eyebrows, what is going on there? Spurs offered 60 mil euros for Mathys Tel. Daniel Levy flew out to Bayern Munich. They agreed. He said no. That was a couple of days ago. Now, this is confusing me. All right. Someone help me here in the comments. I thought that we couldn't agree a deal with Bayern Munich because of that. People don't come, it's not the end of the world, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying it's the end of the world. I'm not saying that Tel was the solution. I'm sitting here confused. Now, I thought the idea that we couldn't sign Tel was because Bayern Munich wouldn't agree a deal with United because they wanted more than a straight loan with no buy option clause. The exact thing that Bayern Munich have just agreed with Spurs. There? I'm a bit confused there. Maybe Spurs have offered to pay more than United for the wages and what he was getting covered. Maybe Spurs have agreed to pay a loan fee on top of what United were willing to pay. But that's Mathys Tel and his agent flying to Spurs right now. And we got the here we go. Alexander, you're saying we will get someone better before the deadline. Your optimism, man. I wish I had that optimism. I just jokingly said that I would take Ighalo. I would take Ighalo and Weghorst. I wouldn't actually take Ighalo or Weghorst. Let's see what else is being said. West Ham have just announced the loan signing of Evan Ferguson. I would have liked Evan Ferguson. I definitely would have taken Evan Ferguson. People saying, I keep saying it myself, beggars can't be choosers. But I'm just still confused. Can someone offer your... Get it involved in the comments. What do you think's gone on here? Why have Bayern agreed that? I'll be totally honest, man. My head is hot today. Oh, good. I tell you what. That'd be nice. City are nuts, aren't they? It's all going wrong. Okay, so how much has City spent in January now? That's got to be north of 200 mil. That has to be the biggest ever January transfer window that any team has ever had. Anyway, separate to that. That's Tel flying to Spurs, and that's the here we go here. Sam, you're asking what the loan fee is. There's no actual confirmation of what the loan fee is at all. Some loans don't actually have a fee. TJ, you're asking whether United pulled out. I'm very confused. That's why I went live on this one. I'm very confused. I didn't look at Tel thinking, this lad here is the answer to our goal-scoring problems. But in a situation where I feel that United can't really... Well, they could. Okay, they could. United could sign someone on loan with obligation in January. United could, in theory, sign someone permanently. Just pop it on the credit card. Neither of those would be smart decisions in the long term. And by the long term, I mean past 6 months, past the actual loan spell. However, and I've just done a video on this for the lunchtime video. we can't go into the second half of this season with Ahmad Garnacho, Ahmad Garnacho. It's going to take a while for me to not say Rashford's name speaking about United. Ahmad Garnacho, Xerxes and Hoyland as our strikers. That's nuts. Arash down there saying, can we get Mehdi Taremi from Inter? 2 players who have gone to Inter in the last couple of transfer windows. Mehdi Taremi and... Oh, my God, his name's just completely left my head. What's the name of the bloody Inter striker? How has his name just left my head? Marcus Thuram. I don't know what happened there. Both of those were available in free transfers over the last couple of years. I didn't move for those. Someone saying if it is a straight loan, that why we pulled out. That's what I mean. That right there is what is confusing me. I'm baffled, people. I'm baffled. And you know what I'm honestly predicting is this. Right? As it stands anyway, is this. I'm expecting United are kind of looking at this situation, and we've got 2 options, right? Number 1, sign somebody on loan with an obligation to buy, or sign someone permanently who you might not want in 6 months' time. It will give you that short-term boost. It will give you the option, sure, but it's a risk. Or you take a risk on the academy players. And it's actually more of a risk for those academy players than it is for us. And like where we are as a club right now in the league, it's not a risk from our perspective. We need options. But it's a risk for their perspective in their own development and their chances at Manchester United. It may well work out. But if the 2 options exist, take a risk on an academy player coming through into the wrong environment a little bit too soon, or sign someone on loan with an obligation that you might not want in 6 months' time. That's what I think will happen. And then this one's a little bit of a strange one, actually. I can pull this up for a conversation. Is following on from that was Fabrizio Romano a little bit earlier today saying that United have actually turned down an approach from Como for Gabriel Bianchetti. Now, he's only had shoulder surgery like 3 weeks ago, so I don't really know what's going on there. But I just want to go back to this. Someone talking about money that Bayern owes Spurs. Let's have a look. It was only a couple of days ago where Mathys Tel just straight up rejected and refused to move to Spurs. And now he's going Spurs? I've got some receipts that Spurs fans are definitely going to find. Someone saying we should sign Osman on loan. Yeah, terrific. If it was that easy, then why not? Why not? Matt Richard, you're not happy? Well, don't think anyone's happy. I'm just dead confused. That's all I am here. I don't, by any stretch of the imagination, think that if Mathys Tel was to come to our club, that our problems would go, that our problems would disappear. Our goal-scoring problems would be a thing of the past. However, look, there is a real possibility here that Ineos have decided and always planned to move Rashford and Anthony on. I'm saying that, like, we've been in talks with Tel. We've been linked with Bailey. We've been linked with Kolo Muani. We've been linked with Christopher Nkunku. It's just, it really does feel like we're not going to sign anybody. As it stands. That's what it feels like. But I'm still just proper confused here. I'm guessing it must be that Spurs are paying a loan fee. I hope some more information comes out on this. Well, okay, it's a little bit more, as I speak, more information comes out from Fabrizio, right? No mention of a loan fee. Tottenham will cover the full salary of Mathys Tel until June as part of the loan agreement. There is no buy option clause included, and Tel will go back in June. Now, I'm going to presume here, this is a presumption, which you should never really do, so maybe I shouldn't. But if there was a loan fee, I'm guessing we would know about it at this point? The information would have come out as part of that? I don't know. You could really see Chelsea trying to add fuel to the fire by coming in with a pretty decent bid for Garnacho today, couldn't you? People, I'm confused. I really am confused by that one. I'm a little bit speechless at the fact that we are really looking like we're going to go into the second half of the season with Ahmad, Garnacho, Xerxes, and Højlund. And it's not really through a lack of investment. That's just investing in strikers that currently haven't worked out. Højlund did more than enough, I think, in his first season to earn that second season and think the development will come. And in the second season, he's just... It's not as if he's flatlined. He's actually gone in the opposite direction. And Xerxes has never fit yet. Which is strange. He actually scored in his debut, didn't he? This is odd, people. This is odd for me. Sam, and you wanted Ineos to take over. This is what happens. Oh, yeah, the Qataris that couldn't prove they had the money, people. That's just United fan base, man. Football fan base. Honestly, I've not ever woken up doing United People's TV and thought, I do not want to work today. Today was the first time I thought that, and I'm being deadly serious. I've had enough therapy Mondays on this channel with you all to understand, and we've had some rough moments, and we've had quite a few years of it, really. Just, I did not want to deal with a transfer deadline day in the way that, in the position that United are currently in, not just in the league, but just in terms of the fan base, in terms of like the fractured feelings, and then Rashford going there, and then it's just exhausting. It really is mentally exhausting. I'll say that one more time. I did not ever look at Mathys Tel. This isn't Captain Hindsight coming through. I didn't ever look at him and think, our problems are going to be solved. I looked at Mathys Tel as a body in the squad, somebody who wants to play regular football, somebody who has, in his time at Bayern, scored and showed he can score goals. And with Rashford leaving, it felt like if United could find a way to sign him on loan with an option to buy him, that would be a good stopgap to boost our options and allow us to then wait until the summer to either sign Victor Gyökeres or someone else of that nature. And as it stands, Rashford's left and Antony is left. And can I say this, right? And this might be controversial, don't really know. Even if we don't sign anybody, it doesn't mean that we were wrong to get rid of Rashford and Antony. Both of those were still correct. We could have kept Rashford, sure. It was obvious that Rashford was never going to re-find himself in a Manchester United shirt. And I don't really need to speak about Antony because no one's going to get offended by that. But even if we don't sign anybody, it doesn't mean that either of those two decisions were wrong. Oh. Damn. It's just strange. Right, here we go. I think we've got some more information coming out now on this. Let's see if there's anything to do with... It must be around the fees. There must be a loan fee. Surely. Right? This is David Ornstein, literally 20 seconds ago. Tottenham Hotspur, by Jack Pitbrook, who's a Spurs correspondent for The Athletic, and David Ornstein. Spurs are close to striking a loan deal for Mathys Tel. The exact structure of the deal is to be agreed, but the Premier League are working close. Indicate that Tottenham did intend to stay. Man United also expressed an interest if he was available to move on loan. He's set to join the Tottenham squad. Okay, there's absolutely nothing in there. Okay, fantastic news. I'm almost expecting Chelsea to come in with a pretty decent bid for Garnacho today. I just said that there. I'll say it again. Weird one. Weird one to me. If he was available on loan with a no buy option as a clause, why is it that... I'm sorry, no buy option. It's even less. If you don't laugh, people, right? It's even less of a deal. That's just straight up. You can have him for 6 months and come back. No option to buy him. No loan obligation. And by the way, this is a Spurs team that have just offered, I just remember this, but of course, they've just offered 60 million euros to sign him permanently. So why aren't Bayern including that? That is such a weird structure all round, really. I just remembered something. Well, you noticed. Can I just say, ladies and gents, prepare yourself. His first game for Spurs is going to be against United. Well, at least we know what's coming, right? What minute is he going to score in? 26th? 27th? I'll go 26th minute. Oh. I wonder what United are doing. I asked this morning whether you felt United would sign somebody on deadline day, and I think 60% of you said yes. I'm not sure I'm in that 60. I'm not sure I'm in that 60% anymore. Is there any more information coming out now? Nah. Right. I'm going to wrap that one up. Look, today we're going to be live. It's going to be short. It's going to be sweet. We're going to be straight to the point and having a conversation about news that breaks. That's the Mathys Tel situation. Done, dusted. He's not joining United. He's going to Spurs. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. And the confusing part of it is that bit there. It's a straight loan option with no buy clause. And if that was the case, why is it that United aren't doing that? Considering we were heavily interested in him and we wanted him in that exact structure. I'm confused by it all. I imagine some more information might come out on it. Rex, you're saying one of the things Spurs do well is score goals. Tel might think the environment is better than ours if it's just a loan. I mean, they do score goals, but Spurs are somehow lower than us in the table, aren't they? Are they just jumped above us? Have I really got to look at the Premier League table now? I don't want to. Oh, they're still some. Man, Spurs have had a crap season. They're still 2 points behind us. Weird one. All right. Spurs, they're getting Tel, not United. I don't think, I will say one more time to end this show, I don't think that he was going to be a longer-term perfect solution, goal-scoring galore. But that's weird if he's going to be joining Spurs on a straight loan with no option, considering that's exactly the deal that we wanted. I'm going to wrap this up. I might be back later on. Take it easy.